What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the St. Thomas Dynasty here on NCAA 14. This is John J Gaming on the mic, and today we go on the road to play against the Eastern Michigan Eagles, who are fighting for their bowl lives, really. They're 2-6 on the season, so if they lose this game, they're going to be, their season is essentially over with. As for us, man, we already got bowl eligibility, but we're still in the hunt for winning the MAC West and potentially going to a conference championship game. But, I do want to show you guys a few people that I did add onto the recruiting board, since I did mention that I was going to go and do that last episode. So there's 3 guys that I decided to add, and mostly it's all for the defensive side, since I didn't recruit any defensive tackles or any safeties yet in this year's class. A few guys that I'm going after is Leano Smith, Jake Hicks, and Jelani Williams. I'm particularly excited about the last two. They're both over 60 overall. And particularly Jake Hicks, he's showing like some good promise as well. No one's going after him. Jelani, he does have offers to Penn State and Iowa State as well, so that's going to be an interesting battle to look after. I'm also hoping that Leano Smith, shows a little bit more when we scout the rest of him. Right now, he was listed at 55, but he's not even living to that build, so that's going to be, big trouble, since we can't remove guys off of our recruiting board once we bring them on. That's part of our recruiting restrictions that we do have to deal with. He does have an offer from the University of Cincinnati, so maybe he shows a little bit more when we scout him next week, but it's something that we do want to look over. But yeah, man, with that recruiting update out of the way, let's go ahead and get this game against Eastern Michigan and see if we can improve to 7-on-2 on the season. If you love the content here on this channel, I encourage you to smash that like button, as well as subscribe if you have to be new. Let's go ahead and get this game in and see if we can pull off the dub. Alright, man, so last time out, Antoine Johnson was absolutely on fire. The greatest debut in St. Thomas history, and now we see how we respond to that, going on the road for the very first time, as a starting quarterback at the collegiate level. So we'll see how he responds. A 2nd and 3, he's going to look around, he's going to scramble and find Alex Garcia over the middle. Takes a shot from both sides, became an Oreo, he became the cream in the filling. But it's still a first down. We're going to keep that thing rolling. As now, 1st and 10. Looking. Going to try to throw to the right-hand side. We saw Adrian Allen, but unfortunately, Willis just made a good play, man. And now a promising drive does end. This is our starting quarterback, so mistakes are going to happen every once in a while. We just got to make sure that we limit them. As now the Eagles take the field once again. Tyler Davis scrambling around. He picks up 8 yards on that one. And now they got a 2nd and short coming up here. They're going to fake the handoff and find Johnson over the middle again. He gets lit up by, looks like Zaire Hill, but does still hold on to it for a first down. As last year, this was a team that we went 4 overtimes with and ended up losing. Hopefully this time around it's a lot better for us, as Davis, he's going to scramble again. This time Jeff Outlaw has to come up and make the tackle. Seems like Tyler Davis likes to scramble a lot. He's only thrown 1 pass so far today. As, if he doesn't see his first read, you can already tell he's going to go ahead and scramble with it. So, as long as we shut down that primary option and have a spy on, we should be fine. But we do have to contest with this no-huddle offense right now. As the Eagles, almost as soon as the play is over, they are immediately scrambling to the line of scrimmage. And, sometimes we have a problem with that, as you're just rolling down this field right now. Tim Williams picks up 11 yards in his first carry. As now a couple plays later, they got a 2nd and goal. He gets lit up. Oh, my goodness. OJ Gardner. Actually, no, that was Corey Ford. Just laid down a shot. I'm shocked he held on to it. As now we got 3rd and goal. But we let Robinson out of the backfield, and we can't get to him in time. Eastern Michigan's going to strike first in this ball game. So now Antoine Johnson's going to lead the troops back onto the field once again. Last time we had an interception. Let's see if we can do a little bit better this time around. At least not turn the ball over. That would be really appreciative. You know, really not trying to give them a reason to blow us out or anything like that. As we're trying to throw over the middle, it's deflected away. Looks like number 59 was playing really good coverage. I was really lucky he didn't see the ball, actually. As we try to throw to the left-hand side, that's nearly intercepted. Antoine Johnson, I think, might be starting to fall back to earth. He had a 5-touchdown, no interception debut. And now, you know, he's struggling around. He's trying to make something happen. He throws another interception. This time over to, looks like one of the safeties in Brad Hardy. And that's interception number 2, man. That is not how we want to start this game whatsoever. So now the Eagles start in our side of the field, and we can't make the tackle either, giving up a first down. We had them in the backfield, but can't complete the play, sadly. As now Tim Williams, he's going to keep that thing rolling up the middle. He's going to, you know, pick up a few yards, and then right here, another nice cut for us. As, you know, right now it just seems like, you know, our defense is like Charmin. It's just really soft right now. I don't think we can even stop a nosebleed if we wanted to. As there's Tyler Davis again scrambling. Another, almost a first down. As we're going to hope for better luck here on this 3rd and inches. Trying to get out there, but he finds Joe Bell at the last second. We did get some pressure on him, but it wasn't fast enough. And now it's a 14-0 game all of a sudden. So let's see how Antoine Johnson responds, as he's going to drop back to pass. He's going to throw over to Ryan Sanders. Haven't heard from him in a very long time, as Jamie Smith has had a more prominent role in this offense. As we got a fresh set of downs to work with. Going to hand it off to Lucas Coley, who picks up a few. I think the move might be we have to try and lean on him a little bit more if the OCs allowed it. But, you know, maybe running plays like that will also help, as Andrew Green makes his first catch of the day. Next play, 1st and 10. Antoine Johnson's going to take the read option of the middle. Is going to nearly pick up the first down. He does have really good mobility. We should probably, you know, try to utilize that a little bit more as we drop back to pass. Try to throw over the middle to Santiago Fallon. He just straight up did not see him. And it's just been an ugly game. 5 for 10, 51 yards, and 3 interceptions already. And we're not even out of the first half yet. It has been completely night and day versus what transpired against Northern Illinois. As now Eastern Michigan, they're smelling blood in the water, man. They're looking to make this a commanding 3-score game already, you know, late in this first half, as Tyler Davis is looking. He's going to throw the end zone and find Brandon Johnson. Another touchdown for Eastern Michigan. It has been all Eagles here in this first half. As now it looks like there's a quarterback change. We are going to give a look at Noah Brooks. You know, he did throw it away on this first down. See, he got here and he throws an interception too. So we try to put in Noah Brooks, and that doesn't work either. Maybe he's simply not ready to play yet. We tried to give him an opportunity, and now I think we just might have made things just a little bit worse, as now they can make this a 28-0 ball game. This game is just purely getting ugly right now. Just cannot get anything to go right for us. You know, anything that could go wrong is absolutely going wrong right now. As it doesn't help that our defense can't really get any stops right now either. As now there's Tim Williams of the middle. He's going to pick up 8 more. So now 3rd and short's coming up here. Let's at least try to hold these guys to a field goal. And he decided to throw it away. Eric Bradshaw was there on the coverage on the nearest receiver. And now we did decide to put back Antoine Johnson in. Noah Brooks was just not working for us. Not even as mobile. So, I mean, we might as well just see what Antoine Johnson has. You know, we only have to wait a couple more weeks until Kyle Luck comes back. As we try to throw to Tristan Singleton. That's incomplete. Now we're down to 5 and 12. In which at that point, just going to go ahead and scramble with Antoine Johnson, we still do a little read option, which, short of first down marker, but at this point, things are looking so bad for us. We have nothing to lose. Let's see if we can pick up these 2 yards, which we do with Eli Shaligan. He picks up 6 on that one. We got a fresh set of downs to work with now. We just got to throw this pass, and we had Santiago found it wide open, butt naked open, matter of fact, but couldn't get a good pass off. And now 2nd and 10, go try to throw to right hand side. We do find Andrew Green. We'll quickly move up to the line of scrimmage quickly as we try, to get at least some points on the board. I don't want to be shut out for the entirety of this first half at the very least. As now our head coach, Walt Bell, calls a timeout. Now we're back at the line again, getting it over quickly to Tristan Singleton. Get a gain of 9 on that one. As we try to move quickly up to the line of scrimmage. Play action. Johnson, he's looking. He's going to find Tristan over the middle, but it's incomplete. It's knocked away by number 24. Alright, so here we go. Back at it again, 2nd and 10. Johnson looking around. Going to try to throw it over the middle to Alex Garcia, but that's slightly off target as well. It's going to be for an incompletion, as we need something to happen here on this 3rd and 10. We're going to throw it over the middle. We find Santiago, who does pick up the first down, and we do have one more play to work with before, at least one more play before the end of this first half. Let's see if we can make something happen as Johnson just tries to scramble. I don't know what he's doing. He wasn't watching the clock. We nearly did not come away with any points, but we will at least get a field goal as we now move into the second half of play. We got a lot of work to do. We're trying to throw over to, looks like Jamie Smith. It was dropped. Not the best decision anyways. As now we got a 3rd and 7. We can't go 3 and out here. As Santiago Fountain makes a fantastic catch. Another gain of 11 yards right there, man. We got a 1st and 10 coming up. Johnson looking around. Gonna try to get to Alex Garcia. He does and gets away from his defender. Tries to get away from the safety, but is brought down. And now we got a fresh set of downs to work with as Coley going up the middle. Nearly gets into the end zone. A 15-yard run. And for the first time today, we might actually score a touchdown here. We just got to make a smart decision, and we didn't. Johnson did not see that linebacker. And Parker bamboozles us, and no one is going to catch this man. And at this point, I just don't think this game is going to be happening for us whatsoever. I think it's time for us to go ahead and sim out. So I don't know what happened to Antoine Johnson, whether he was, not mentally ready to play today, or the Monsters just straight up took his talent. But, last time out, he had like one of the best debuts that a St. Thomas quarterback has ever had in this dynasty. And this time around, he threw 5 interceptions. And, the bad part is, we also tried to give Noah Brooks, he tried. He didn't show anything better, so, we might suddenly have a quarterback problem while we wait for Kyle Luck to return from injury. We just couldn't get anything going on the ground. Maybe we just had a bad game plan, something like that. Santiago Fountain, though, he had a hell of a game. 9 catches, 139. But, I mean, on the offense, he was probably the only person that had a good game today. Defense, though, the defense did what it could, but it was just put in a lot of bad spots today, and we couldn't get any turnovers either. It was just a rough day all around. There's really nothing we could do about that. So I don't know about you guys, but that last game put a really bad taste in my mouth. So I'm gonna go ahead and make this a doubleheader just because I want to at least end this episode on a brighter note, or at least try to anyways, as well as just for my own sanity, because I haven't played that bad in a really long time, at least with throwing the ball. So I hope you guys are excited for this doubleheader. Let's see if we can turn things around against Western Michigan. So if we weren't anything from the NIU game a couple of games ago, it's that we can win with Antoine Johnson at quarterback, but we need a full team effort here if we're going to turn things around here in this episode. Because I don't know about you, I'm trying to make, at least end things on a positive note for us as a squad. As now Vers Brown taking it up the middle for a gain of 5 on that one. As now Got a 3rd and short. If we can get a stop here, that would be huge for us, because that's what we need to do in order to turn things around. As they got the pitch off, someone can still make the tackle, and Zaire Hill gets stiff armed to the ground brutally. And now it's a fresh set of downs again for the Broncos, who try to get to Ray Brown, who gets off his block, and now Dale Garrison, he can't catch him either. And it's just a foot race that we are definitely going to lose. Talk about going from a loss of like 5 or 6 yards to a touchdown. That is a very deflating way to start this game, man. So also another thing that we need to do is not have like 5 turnovers. That would be really helpful right about now, as we'll go ahead, do a safe throw, get it to Eli, who does make a couple guys miss and get across the 50-yard line. And that's exactly how we need to play today, man. Make smart plays, and then able to make some moves, make some plays when we have the opportunity to do so. That's how we're going to get this dub in the second half of this episode, man. As now we got a 2nd and short coming up. 2nd and 3. Alex Garcia, one man to beat, but he can't shake and bake past the defender. Still a 14-yard gain though, so can't complain. So now here's Johnson coming up the middle with the read option. He almost gets that 1st down. Definitely going to enjoy, working with his mobility, for next season very much more often. We just got to work on his actual like quarterback skills, if you know what I'm saying, as there's a 6-yard gain right there. So here we go. 1st and 10. Basically 1st and goal. We're going to go over to Tristan Singleton. Gets us a nice 7-yard gain to work with right there. We're making it a 2nd and short coming up here, man. Got to get into this end zone, man. Last time, we struggled in the end zone, but this time it won't be a problem as we even things up. Andrew Green connecting with Antoine Johnson on that one. It's a tie ball game. As here we go again. First drive was pretty unlucky for us. Let's see if we can, make sure we get something good going here, as they actually have to come back for it. Might have worked in our favor. We got a 6-yard gain on that play. As we got a 2nd and short coming up here. Let's see if we can get the stop, and surprisingly, actually nobody's surprised. No, we do not. Just not our day, man. Not our day whatsoever. As we're just not getting any help right now on this, as we got 2nd and inches. Enough time to make a sandwich, but it's nearly intercepted by Adam Wright. Buddy, you got to make the play for me, man. So here we go, 3rd and inches. I think we're going to sell for the pass. But of course, there's a guy wide open over the middle, and that nearly cost us another touchdown too. Tony Dudley just giving us the business on that stiff arm too. Because now we got a 1st and goal. We have a chance to pick it off, but we can't. Nobody saw the ball coming. We were there to make the play, and yet it doesn't matter. Now 2nd and goal. It's fumbled, but the running back, Damian Thompson, actually that's the quarterback, that halfback came back. But at least we got him to 3rd and long. Let's at least hold him to a field goal here. As now Thompson, we actually get the sack. 3 guys. We did just enough. A covered sack right there. And we do hold these guys down to a field goal. So now we have an opportunity to take the lead here. We just got to be smart. That's all we got to do. Nothing too crazy. As there's Coley over in the middle. He takes a hit, but is able to keep the feet moving and pick up the 1st down regardless. It's now 1st and 10 coming up. Johnson in the shotgun, drop it back to pass. I have no idea who that ball was going to. I'm going to be honest with you there. Either way, it was not a good pass. That could have been picked off. But, we got a little lucky. As looks like Eli Shaligan's randomly at quarterback. I don't know why he was in there. He's not the backup. That should be Noah Brooks. But I don't know what happened there. As now 3rd and 14. We have to get a play. And we get that play from Santiago Fountain. 32 yards. 1st down, Tommies. Already playing so much better than what we did in the Eastern Michigan game. As we're looking around, we have to get this one away to avoid the sack. And now it's a 3rd and 6 coming up here, man. I need another play from our quarterback. As we find Eli Shaligan over the middle. He tries to juke away from somebody, but is still brought down. Gain of 14 yards on that one, though. You know, things are getting pretty interesting, though, as we get into the second quarter, trying to throw over to, it looks like, Andrew Green. But Terrence Jackson will deflect it away. So now, 2nd and 10 coming up. Johnson looking back to throw. Going to try to throw a dot to Adrian Allen. He's going to get it successfully. A 15-yard gain on that one. As now we got 1st and goal. Let's punch it in the end zone. Get this touchdown as we nearly do it right away with Lucas Coley. Looks like he's going to be like right on the 1-inch line. So, you know, of course we got to award Lucas Coley, who does get in there. Got to reward your backs that do most of the work in the goal line. As Lucas Coley gets into the end zone for us, and we got the lead. So here we go, man. We just got some work to do yet. We did pretty well on offense so far. We just got to make sure we keep up that energy here on defense as well. Just because I would really love to see, you know, us to get a complete stop today. At least for me personally. I don't know about you guys. As now, 3rd and 2, we can't get these guys off the field. Marlon Scott makes the catch this time. As we don't have much of a problem getting them the 3rd down, but for some reason, you know, they become superhuman with these 3rd down plays. As on the very next play, it costs us dearly, instantly able to turn that into a touchdown. If only had the 3rd down stop, that would have happened, but instead, Damian Thompson gets into the end zone, and now they have the lead once again. As we're picking things up here in the middle of the second quarter, and Andrew Green could have made a big catch for us, but he gets lit up, and that jarred the ball loose, as it was ruled incomplete. So we're going to have to, you know, do it more conventionally. Go with the read option as Antoine Johnson picks up another 13 with 1st and 10 coming up here. Going over the middle this time. Santiago Found makes the catch. You know, things are looking a lot better for us, thankfully. As we're trying to make something happen here. 2nd and 1. Try to hit him with the play action. And we had Santiago Found, but I guess Johnson did not see him. Instead, he's going to run it himself for the 1st down. Seemed like it was predetermined that he was going to do that. Just didn't trust his arm, or I don't know what happened. As on the next play, there it looks like they're catching up to that as Carl Walker got the loss for 4. So now let's see if we can get going here. 2nd and 14. We go to Lucas Coley. At least center the field for us a little bit so we can work both sides of the field if we need to. On this next play, 3rd and 9 coming up. Johnson's looking. He's going to throw a dart to Adrian Allen. This time fitting it through the hole perfectly. As Johnson has responded from his poor performance from the Eastern Michigan game. And now we got a 21-17 lead. As we're going into the last 3 minutes here of this 1st half. Let's finish strong here, guys. It's now 1st and 10. They go over to Robinson, and Dale Garrison can't catch him. It's up to Billy Mitchell, who doesn't register the tackle for whatever reason, but thankfully, Eric Bradshaw was able to trip him up inside the 5-yard line. Not what we needed, as it instantly turns into another touchdown for Ray Brown. And Western Michigan has the lead right back, 24-21. So now we got 2.5 minutes left here in this 1st half. You know, let's see if we can, you know, run the rest of his clock out at the very least. As Lucas Coley makes a nice cut, goes upfield, picks up 12 yards on that one. Nice cut. It's now 1st and 10. Johnson, go try to throw to the right-hand side. It's intercepted by Harris of the linebacking core of Western Michigan. As that's our 1st turnover of the day, and man, that is a very inopportune time. Just did not see the middle linebacker. And instead, Western Michigan is going to take over once again with phenomenal field position. And with a team that's struggling to get stops, this is extremely bad news. It is not looking good for the home team here in this game as well. As Ray Brown shoves it up the middle again, this time for a gain of 12. As now on this next play, Robertson goes into motion. Going to get to Ray Brown, who cuts to the outside. He stays on his feet, but then is eventually brought down by Adrian Adam Wright, actually. I don't know. I was thinking of Adrian. But Ray Brown on the next play is going to take it up the middle. We stop him from getting to the end zone, but still picks up the first down. Another third down conversion for the Broncos, as they're able to capitalize on the very next play, taking it to the outside with Ray Brown. And there it is, another touchdown for the Broncos. So now, down 10, minute and a half left in this first half. Want to keep this to a one-score game before going into the locker room, as we find Tristan Singleton, but he can't stay on his feet. He has to dive for it. That could have been a lot bigger of a play. As we try to go to Singleton again, this time he stays on the feet, makes a man miss, and gets us inside the 10-yard line already. Instantly responding as a team. But let's see if we can get to the end zone though, as we're going to try to throw to Green. But Carlos Giles nearly intercepts the pass. And, at this point, we're going to have to settle for the field goal. Not exactly how I wanted to end that drive, but we do at least cut it to a one-score game going into halftime. So, Western Michigan does, get the ball to work with here, to start the second half. We got to play a lot better, though. As right now, just despite the adjustments that we made in the locker room, just isn't seem to be working very much early on. So we got a 2nd and inches now. Thomas dropping back to pass, gonna throw to the left hand side, as we had our Zach Bones was just not able to keep up with the tight end. That is a mismatch if I'm definitely sure they're going to expose us for, as they move the receiver into motion. Gonna go to the left hand side. Ray Brown, he's got the edge. Is going to be brought out of bounds by Eric Bradshaw, but not before another gain of 14 yards. It's been a brutal day for the St. Thomas defense, which does get a little better, as there's Adam Wright, one of the defensive captains on this squad, get a loss of 4. So now let's see if we can hold it down here. 2nd and 14, they're going to go short to Scott. Almost was able to break the tackle, but 2 St. Thomas defenders was just enough to bring him down. So now 3rd and long. We just need a stop. And I think we got it. That's going to be a 4th down. Let's see what they decide to do here. And they do actually elect to decide to kick the field goal. However, for us, we went 3 and out on our next possession. So now Western Michigan is back on the field once again. Need our defense playing a little bit better. At least kept them out of the end zone this time around. Let's see if we can do that for 2 drives in a row. As the Broncos, they're going to try to run it with Damian Thomas. Dude just flattens Jeff Outlaw. Oh my word. Is able to pick up the first down. As now he's dropping back to pass. Going over the middle to find Marlon Scott for a few yards on the next play. So now 2nd and 5 coming up. Thomas is going to hit the play action. He's got a lot of time to get it out, as he finds Robertson coming out of the backfield. Looks like he was originally a blocker, and it was able to come out, get some more yards. Already 100 yards receiving today. You can tell it's just been a brutal day. Another missed tackle meanwhile, as Thomas was able to break off another long touchdown run, but at least we only hold him to 21 yards. It's now 1st and goal. We're going to Ray Brown, who's just superior to our defensive line coverage there. Another touchdown for Western Michigan, and it's really not looking good for the Tommies. We need a big play, to give us some positive energy at this point, because, in this last few minutes, it just has not happened so far, as we might have something here. Eric Bradshaw down the sideline, taking it 100 yards for the touchdown, as Bradshaw was able to return that kick back for his first kick return touchdown of the season. And just like that, we cut this thing down to 10 points once again, as now Western Michigan's back on the field. They didn't return the kick back, thankfully, although I was kind of expecting it, to be honest. As now Thomas, he's looking. He's going to throw to Robertson, who does pick up 11 on that one. Another 1st down. As they go over to Gandy. Zaire Hill can't get there in time either. It's a fresh set of downs for Western Michigan. So now Thomas is going to throw over to that guy on the right-hand side, John Robertson. I don't know what we need to do. Zone does not work. Man does not work either. And apparently tackling is a foreign concept for our guys, who, if he would have just held his blocks, that would have been another touchdown right there too. But for now, we keep him out of the end zone as we go into the fourth quarter of play. We got some work to do, man. We got to make something happen here as we almost get Ray Brown down, but missing multiple times. It's another touchdown for the Broncos. They improve this lead by 17. As now we desperately need a play once again. We got a kick return from Eric Bradshaw in the previous possession. This time it looks like it's Adrian Allen who breaks the tackle. Able to get a block. Is going to be brought down inside the 30. And now it's time to shake and bake, baby. Let's get some quick points on the board. We're going to try to throw over in the middle. It's Santiago Fountain who gets us inside the 10-yard line. Throwing a great ball under pressure. As now we get to the line quickly. See if we can get somebody open. One-on-one on the outside. And it's incomplete. Terrence Johnson was there to break up the pass. Couple plays later, 3rd and goal now. Need something to happen here. Jamie Smith, though, is wide open. Is able to walk into the end zone. It's another touchdown as Johnson eclipses 300 yards in this game. But now the big question is, can our defense hold up? We can't seem to get the stops that we need right now. As now they're going to try to scramble it. And it's fumbled. Zaire Hill picks it up. And it's going to be brought down inside the 25-yard line. That is exactly what we needed. We want to try to make this comeback. And now here we go. Opportunity to take, to bring this down to a one-possession game. As Lucas Coley, off the halfback screen, picks up 6 yards. A nice screen work for our guys. As a couple plays later, we face a 3rd and 5. Going to get to Alex Garcia, who breaks free and is in the end zone again. Another touchdown for St. Thomas. As now, we got this thing down to a 3-point game. Now, let's see what we can do here. We got Lewis, Jamaro Lewis kicking off for us. A custom recruit, by the way. Let's see if we can get something shaking and baking. Let's see if we can get another turnover. And it doesn't look good. Jamaro Lewis is going to be blocked. And no one's going to catch him either. And it's going to be another touchdown for Western Michigan. And it's just one of those things, man, where every time, we make a play, they make another play right back. Always keeping us at an arm's length. Really social distancing with this lead. As Lucas Coley is going to take a carry for him on this play. Another 6 yards. As we really need another touchdown. We're just going to have to keep scoring. And hopefully one of these days we can actually, get the stop that we need. At least not allow a touchdown as Antoine Johnson takes a shot. Sack of 6 yards. And that clock is going to keep running. So definitely not a good sign. So now we need a touchdown here. Going to try to throw to Alex Garcia. And Terrence Johnson breaks it up again. And now it's all up to our defense. We need a stop here. If we don't get it, this game is essentially going to be over, I think. As we're able to get the strip fumble. Last time their offense was out on the field. So let's see if we can get something like that. As Eric Bradshaw was not looking, if he was paying attention to the ball, that could have been an interception. But instead it's a 3rd and 9, which of course they do convert. As we just cannot get 3rd down stops all day. Tyler Graham, though, was there. But we were taken for a ride. As now, next play, they're going to go up the middle. This time with backup running back Brian Hines, who does pick up 6 more yards. Seems like he's more of a power back kind of guy. Crucial for these late time situations. As now they give it back to Ray Brown, who gets to the outside again. And it's another score for the Broncos. And what a crazy game that this whole thing has been. 62-48. As now they're set to kick it back off to us. They're going to kick it to Kajaye Boyd. If he's able to get into open field, he's going to be a problem. There's some great blocks. He's out on the outside. Nobody better be clipping, I swear. As Boyd only has one more man to beat, and he easily beats him. Touchdown, Tommies. And it's another kick return for a score. I think that's Kajiah Boyd's second score of this game. And now we're going to go ahead, try to get the onside kick. Hope for the best here. Try to get this ball back because I do not trust the defense for obvious reasons. And they recover the kick with ease. Now with 2 timeouts left, we just gotta see if we can get the ball back without giving up any points. As they get Johnson, they're gonna get to John Robertson. He's not feeling the people, smaller men, trying to take the ball away from him. And now they're just chewing clock at this point. So we gotta make sure we get him out of bounds. As Zaire Hill does not lock in to make the tackle. And we're going to have to call our second timeout, unfortunately. As here we go. We're going to give it to Ray Brown again. He might get into the end zone. He does. Of course. Of course. Another touchdown for Western Michigan. And now it's all up to, our special teams. We need to score quickly, get the onside kick, and then score again just to tie this game. As Boyd, he gets to the outside. This could be trouble too. No one's going to catch him either. This is actually touchdown number 2. There's Kajiah Boyd in the end zone again. Our third kick return for a touchdown. If it wasn't for the special teams unit, this game would have been done long ago. But now we really need this onside kick. Can we get it? The bounce was solid, but we do not recover the ball. And that might be the dagger for us here, man. So the good news is that Antoine Johnson actually did recover and played a much better game than the first part of his doubleheader. He had over 300 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 pick. Definitely seemed to recover, as well as Coley got into the end zone. That was the first time in at least a few games that he was able to, do that, take care of, all of that good work. A ton of points were scored on the board, and not even all of it was for because of our passing. Our not only that, but like our defense. Actually, no, not our defense. The defense was freaking terrible, except Zaire Hill and Tyler Graham. Zaire Hill did get a fumble, recovery. I don't know who forced it though. David Brown actually forced a fumble. One of the backup defensive linemen got a fumble for us, and then I think Tyler Graham also had 8 tackles today. But we were just ass as a team, at least on the defensive end, allowing 69 points. We're not going to win that way. It's just simply not going to happen. Although we did have, look at this, we had 3 touchdowns from the kicking game. Kyler Boyd, he had like 40 yards of return. He had 2 touchdowns. But then Eric Bradshaw also got a touchdown himself off of only 2 kick returns. So, I mean, if it wasn't for these 2 guys, this would have been a lot worse. But it still stings that, we were in a position to win this game and just couldn't make it happen at the end of the day. So, we will return on the road to play against the Toledo Rockets, who are also 6-4. And we do get Kyle Luck back for at least these last couple of games in this season. And what a time to get him back. We've lost 3 of our last 4 games. It's, Antoine Johnson for the most part has, done what he can. But we play a lot better as a squad with Kyle Luck as our starting quarterback. So that's all I have for today, though. If you enjoy the content on this channel, make sure you leave a like as well as subscribe if you happen to be new. This is John J. Gaming on the mic, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care, everybody.